The timeless beauty of pre-rendered graphics.
When I look back at the PC games of the late 90s and early 2000s, there's a distinct visual style that I believe truly stands the test of time.
Sure.
It's when the game employs pre-rendered graphics paired with an isometric perspective. Curious about what that looks like? Here, let me show you.
King's Quest. Yeah. Yep, and you walk around on it. Yep. These are the old days. Real old. Long time ago. Oh. Oh, SimCity. Wow. Damn. Damn. Commandos. Look at this. Wow. Halls of Torment? Yeah, Halls of Torment was like this. You're right. The Settlers. Oh, I think I had this one. Yeah, I think I did. Diablo 2 had this? Damn, I didn't even know that. Wow. Robin Hood. So this is up until like the early 2000s.
Is it just me, or do these games look just as beautiful as they did over 20 years ago?
Well, yeah, they do look great.
The rich details, the handcrafted feel, and level of cohesion all culminate into one of my favorite aesthetics of that era.
I think that the big problem is the lack, like, optimization and like game optimization used to be a skill inside of itself, but now it's not. It's not really a skill anymore, and it's just kind of, you know, oh, we'll just buy the new graphics card and it'll be okay. But back then, it was much more of a focus.
Where did this style come from, you might ask?
Look at this.
Well, allow me to explain. Back in the late 90s, real-time 3D graphics were still in its infancy.
Yeah, look at this.
These early games were usually pixelated, lacked details, and suffered low frame rates.
My personal opinion is that the very early 3D games, like that Tomb Raider game, are the games that have aged the worst. Like, I can go back and play Super Mario, and it's great. I can go back and play GameCube, and it's great. But, like, those early 3D graphics games are so terrible.
Rendering complex scenes in real time requires a lot of processing power and memory, which many computers at the time simply didn't have. To achieve a higher level of fidelity, developers
do y'all remember, like, back in the day, how hard it was to run Half-Life 2? Like, I remember, like, being able to run Half-Life 2 was, like, that was the, at the time, like, the, you know, can your game run, you know, like, X or Y game at, like, the highest graphics? Like, that was the benchmark, was Half-Life 2.
Solution. They'd create highly detailed environments, characters and objects, then render them on powerful PCs as static images or sequences of images. All assets were created with a fixed isometric perspective. This means they are viewed diagonally from above. Despite their static nature, isometric pre-rendered graphics can create the illusion of depth and three-dimensionality through clever use of shading, lighting, and perspective techniques.
I mean, that's like art
Since
1.
these games didn't require rendering most or any of their assets in real time, developers could pack them with far more detail than the true 3D counterparts. This particular art style was most prominently seen in role-playing, strategy, and management games.
Yeah, I mean, this looks really, really good.
I'd say the golden age started with the first
Baldur's
Diablo
Gate
in 1997 and ended around the start of 2003 with SimCity 4.
It was a long time ago.
Occasionally, you'd still stumble upon a game using this art style. By the end of 2004, it had largely
Beyond
become
Divinity.
obsolete. Which leads me to the question, why was this technique mostly abandoned by the mid-2000s?
I don't know.
The whole reason this technique was used in the first place was due to hardware limitations. However, as we entered the mid-2000s, rapid advancements in new graphics hardware...
I think I had this one. Maybe I didn't, but I had one that looked just like this. Just like this.
And rendering techniques emerged. These advancements made it possible to render 3D graphics in real time that didn't look like a slideshow.
I'm telling you.
It's pretty clean, smooth-looking animation, considering, I mean, compared to the Doom type stuff.
Oh, how the times have changed.
Yeah.
Another reason for the switch to 3D is the limitation of pre-rendered graphics in terms of interactivity and adaptability. As games evolved to become more complex, the use of pre-rendered graphics became increasingly impractical. The same applies to the development of pre-rendered graphics. If you wanted to change an asset, you couldn't simply tweak it, you had to fully re-render it. Being able to tweak a model within a couple of clicks meant developers could work a lot faster.
So it was done to save time?
I'm
actually surprised.
Right? Well, I'm happy to report it's made a bit of a comeback, especially in the indie scene. It seems
I think that's really what happens, is that a lot of games are probably using this now again. So like you have games that really go for a retro aesthetic, And I think that the Super Nintendo aesthetic is kind of like it's very overused at this point. So you're probably not seeing as many people using it now, like because every single Metroidvania game used it. And there's like a handful of other ones that use it too. But like now you're starting to see games that use the style of like a 1998 PC game or a PlayStation 1 game or something like that instead.
Not the only
SNES is peak. Yeah, I know it's peak. That's the reason why it's overused.
Who still adores that pre-rendered look. Obsidian Entertainment released a game called Pillars of Eternity in 2015, developed by CRPG
Isn't that in the
veterans like
Avowed
Josh
universe?
Sawyer, Tim Kaine, and Chris Avalone.
Tim
Obsidian
Kaine?
would drop 2 more games.
That's
in
the
this
guy that
graphical
makes
style,
videos.
with Tyranny and Pillars of Eternity Deadfire.
Oh.
Another relatively recent game with an amazing pre-rendered art style is Disco Elysium.
I was gonna play
in
this.
game, they went for a more painting-like aesthetic.
Yeah.
Next up are the Brotherhood's games. They
What's
are an indie
this?
studio that made 4 adventure games in this style, called Kane, Stasis, Beautiful Desolation,
Oh,
and
good.
Stasis Bone Totem. Then there are also games that keep the isometric perspective but don't use pre-rendered graphics and go for hand-drawn sprites instead, like all of Supergiant's games.
Yeah.
Alongside all of these new releases, a lot of classic games have
Age
received
Empires. Oh my god. This was the game that I played as a kid. This is my main game.
treatment. This allows people to
I
enjoy
love
these
this game.
timeless games on modern machines. And man, do they look beautiful on there.
Yep.
It's a testament of why hardware and budget limitations can produce some incredible art. In a world where AAA studios relentlessly pursue photorealism, nothing inherently wrong with that of course, I'm happy to see the preservation of these older games and the passing of the torch to create new ones.
Yeah,
I've
I think
compiled
so.
a list of my
Absolutely.
favorite games in this style that I think deserve your attention. Feel
Uh-oh.
free to pause the video if you need to.
Command and Conquer Generals. Did they have that? I don't know if they did or not.
Of course, there are plenty more games that use this
Stronghold.
art
Oh, I
style,
never
but
played
this
this
is a
one.
nice place to start. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to me ramble on about video game art. If you want to see more
Yeah, this looks
retrospective
really nice.
content like this, I'd
Looks
really
way better.
appreciate it if you liked the video, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. Now, if you'll excuse me,
This is a
I'm
really
off
good
to play
video.
some Desperados. Peace.
Hey, who are you?
Damn.
Get on the cover.
It's now or never.
He just popped them off. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I didn't even know about this. I mean, I'll link you guys the video. I didn't even know about this at all. And so yeah. And as an RPG veteran, you love Baldur's Gate 1 and 2? Maybe. I never really went and played any of those games. Like, for whatever reason, I just never got into it. And so we'll see what happens, right? But maybe one day I will. Stronghold has great animations on resource farming. Are you done with Where Winds Meet? No, I'm not, bro. Like, I've been playing the fuck out of it. But anyway, yeah, this looks amazing. And I think the style of these old games, like, I think Final Fantasy VII is another one of the games that had that. Like, isn't the overworld like that, where you would walk around? And I think that there's a style to that people really like a lot because it feels like it has a nostalgic vibe to it, but it also makes sense inside of the world, right? Some of it was. That's what I thought. I mean, I never played it myself. I've just seen images. You gotta get more serious with gaming recently, and wish you dedicated a big part of your stream to just gaming. Well, that's never gonna happen. So I wouldn't really get get excited for that. Maybe one day in the future I'll probably play more games, but right now, like I generally. This is just the way that my brain works. I like playing video games more off stream 9 times out of 10 because I don't have distractions. Like I can actually focus on the game and just enjoy the game. Now, it doesn't mean I don't play games on stream. Sometimes I do, but you know, like basically this is going to sound like even weirder, right? Maybe. I don't like playing video games with a camera on me. I feel like at that point, like I'm kind of like I'm splitting my my focus because, you know, whenever I have a camera on me, my brain is like thinking about like, okay, I'm on camera. But because like usually this is the way I play video games without a camera. Like this, bro. Like I'm like zombified out. I am totally out of it. So yeah, it's just not really for me. You turned off chat? No, I just don't like doing it. Like I mean, at a certain point, like it's just something I don't really like doing. I mean, I'm not gonna try to contort myself into 50 different like weird permutations in order to do something I don't even really like in the first place. Why the fuck would I do that? Doesn't make any sense. So yeah, fuck no. And fair no biggie, yeah, exactly. And you played There's pressure to be entertaining. Yeah, I get put under pressure really easily, right? Like it's a weakness for me, and so that's really the reason why I don't do it a whole lot. Tried to stream a while ago. It's weird without face cam. It's a different mindset, hard to explain. Yeah, I mean, and I kind of like the way it was without the face cam because like it offers a different dynamic. But yeah, either way, let me go back. I'll talk about this again. Is that but yeah, anybody who wants me to like go and like play these like super long RPGs on stream, like that's just not never gonna happen, right? I'm just being honest, right? It's just never gonna happen. So like I like playing maybe short games and simple games on stream. I don't like playing complex games on stream because it's like my brain power is going too much into streaming and I can't focus on the game and be able to play it in a way that's fulfilling. So yeah, that's just the way I am. And did you ever play the Grandpa DLC? No, I never did. I beat the game, but I never went back and played it again. And so, yeah, it's that simple. Play Disco Elysium, please, maybe. But either way, yeah, I feel like having styles like this and having games like this does look a lot better because it looks really nice, and I think also it's easier for a game to run. And that's the big problem that I think a lot of video games have now is that they just don't run very well. And what's crazy is that this is something that a lot of people don't really talk about, but there is one game that did it so well, which is Kingdom Come Deliverance. Kingdom Come Deliverance, and also more recently, Where Winds Meet, both of these video games are incredibly detailed in terms of like the scope and the size of what they're showing, but at the same time they're able to effectively just be very, very well running games. And you compare that to the monstrosity that is Monster Hunter Wilds, and this game, oh my fucking god, like this game doesn't run for shit. And so anyway, you've got big problems with this. Let's see. I think Ninja Gaiden 2 was the same thing as well. Like that game could not run at all. I mean, is it too late to start playing Where Winds Meet? Yeah, unless you started playing on the first day, you probably should just quit. Honestly, like I mean, unless you start playing a live service game on the first day, you should quit the game. And if you're not playing it every single day constantly, you also should quit the game. That's just the way it is. Everybody knows this about live service games. Devs are failing customers by not producing games that are run. Yeah, Borderlands 4. Yeah, I think my cousin plays that, but that's about it. And people used to add fog to not render the background unless one's close to it. Nowadays, they want to render the entire world. Well, if you knew, like, there are engines that are dynamic rendering. They do dynamic rendering, like Unreal does dynamic rendering. And like asset and resource culling, right, in real time. But things like Lost Ark, yeah, that's a good example, right? Definitely. Oh, let me link you guys the video too. This game, apparently this came out 2 years or a year ago, right? But I'll link it to you guys. Make sure to give the guy a sub, right? Game Tales HQ. Is he still making videos nowadays? Oh, wow, he is. Well, good for him. Yeah, I'll have to watch some of these. These are really good. And yeah, I'll link you guys the video. What a good guy.